I'm meteorologist Joe Winters here in the TV9 Weather Lab, once again joining you tonight to give you an update on the winter storm that's headed our way. It's a storm we've been following for quite some time, talking about a midweek storm bringing snow, wind, and cold. And we are now less than 24 hours away from that storm actually starting here in eastern Iowa. In fact, something else starts tomorrow, the start of the astronomical start of the winter season. 3:48 in the afternoon is when winter begins, and that's about the time we'll see some snow start here in eastern Iowa. It seems Mother Nature kind of has the calendar working for her as this storm comes in right as we start the season of winter. So let's run down everything we've got, and then we'll try to take some questions if you have them as well. But if you're looking for snowfall totals, I'll tell you right off, we're not really worried about snowfall totals at all because this storm system really has a major impact from something other than snow. So next winter storm late Wednesday through early Saturday. First of all, on snow timing, when does that begin? Because it will cause some slick road conditions as it starts. Late Wednesday afternoon through Thursday afternoon and evening. That you'll see coming up on Pinpoint Featurecast. We're looking at that snow developing probably around the 4 o'clock hour or so as we work our way through Wednesday afternoon and then continuing to push across all of eastern Iowa. So your evening commute tomorrow night will definitely be affected by some snow. As far as the blizzard conditions, the wind that moves in with this storm system, regardless of snow amounts, whether you get 2 inches of snow or you get 10 inches of snow, we are going to see blizzard conditions. You do not need heavy snow to have a blizzard, as we've talked about, and we'll talk about what a blizzard means as well, but wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour, taking that very light and fluffy snow that we've seen, it's going to blow it around, and visibilities will be greatly reduced as that occurs. And that will happen for us on Thursday as well as Friday. Third part of this system, kind of a three-pronged system moving through. Yeah, it's all about the cold. In fact, extreme cold coming our way with below zero temperatures, and along with that, wind chills that could dip down from minus 30 to minus 40 as we move through the end of the week. And that cold air will remain in place as we head right through Christmas Eve as well as Christmas Day. So quite a storm system moving through across the upper Midwest and kind of bringing a lot of it right here to eastern areas of Iowa. The storm itself, it's off to the west right now. It's that area of low pressure you see sitting across the Rockies. It doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot right now, but what will happen as we move through the next 24 hours is that low is going to dive to the south and then move back off toward the north and east. As that occurs, it's going to pick up moisture, it's going to drag in even colder air, and that pressure gradient is going to tighten. That means we are going to see those strong winds start to develop. That's the storm system headed in our direction. We do have winter storm warnings in effect for all of the TVI viewing area, much of the state of Iowa, all the counties that you see there highlighted in pink. That's where winter storm warning is in effect for that same time period, late Wednesday into early Saturday. The orange you see back across areas of Minnesota under a blizzard warning. Quite honestly, surprised we don't have a blizzard warning issued, but what could happen as we move into Thursday is that certainly could be upgraded to a blizzard warning to deal with the winds that we'll see. Overall, though, with the winter storm warning or a blizzard warning across Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, back across Iowa, you have blowing and drifting of snow. It's going to make travel difficult to, if not impossible at times, as we work our way through that storm system into the early part of our Saturday. So let's give you some timing with Pinpoint Featurecast. Noon tomorrow, you're still fine. You need to get out and get that last minute gift. You want to get something to glaze that ham for Christmas Day. Yeah, you can still do it till about noon. After that, guess what? The snow starts to move in. And by the time we move through the evening commute, 6 p.m., look at that. Well, north to south, east to west, we have some snow in the area, moderate to heavy snows at times, and you can see that will again affect the roadways. Look what it has done just when we've had a little snow, the last several snowstorms we've had move through. Now when we get heavier snow moving through, that will cause slick driving conditions, slowing down. The winds right now, still not the strong winds that we're going to expect, but because the snow is so light, even as we head through the evening, there will be a little bit of blowing snow. As you see, that continues, and it's almost 2 waves of snow that move through. More scattered snow showers early Thursday, then another batch of snow moves through as we head through Thursday morning. That's when the strong winds start to move in out of the north and west, and it looks like we'll probably end up seeing most of that snow come to an end Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. That does not mean this storm is over because we're dealing with the strong winds. The falling snow may be over, but we are not again dealing with the strong winds, and that lasts into the upcoming weekend. You're always curious about snowfall totals. I understand that. Right now we have 4 to 8 inches of snow, but I'm telling you, it does not matter how much snow we get. That's not the important part of the storm. It's the significant blowing and drifting causing severe travel impacts across eastern Iowa. Take a look at our wind forecast. Wednesday, winds again, not bad, out of the southeast, about 5 to 15 as that storm approaches. But we've highlighted Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 20 to 40 plus. Strongest winds appear to be on Friday, and we'll give you a wind forecast into Friday coming up. You'll see that some of those winds could be up to 40. We're expecting the possibility that some of those wind gusts could be greater than 50 miles per hour at times. So certainly we are watching that very, very carefully as it is moving through, and we're going to continue to see how that's going to evolve once we work through Thursday, as you'll see in the afternoon, all the way into Saturday morning. I do think that probably that Saturday morning is also going to be one that we are going to have to watch very carefully, because there still will be some blowing and drifting of snow, especially as we head toward outlying areas. No, Andy, just kind of glancing at the questions, I would not expect roads to be pretty good by Saturday afternoon. Now, if you're talking about outside rural areas, you're still going to see some blowing snow Saturday afternoon, and you're still going to have to deal with that even into Saturday night. The strongest of the winds, though, will begin to start to diminish Saturday afternoon, and that'll continue again as we head into Saturday night as well as Sunday morning, which is Christmas Eve, of course, and Christmas Day. Let's take a look at that wind forecast. Here you go, wind gusts. This is just a forecast for Thursday morning through Friday morning. Close to 40, and those are the wind gusts that are pretty sustained all the way into Friday morning, and it looks like, again, the strongest of the winds happen on Friday for us. That's when we'll see those 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts, potentially higher than that. And all this, every number on there from 36 to 40 that you see, would be a blizzard condition all out of the north and west, because as we know, to get blizzard conditions, it does not depend on snowfall totals. That's what we're telling you with this storm. Doesn't matter how much snow falls. It's going to be very, very light as well as far as the light and fluffy nature of the snow. There'll be snow around, and it's based on speed and visibility for a blizzard to occur. Sustained winds or frequent gusts of 35 miles per hour greater combined with visibilities of a quarter mile or less for more than 3 hours. You saw the wind forecast with me. Again, we're going to see that. I would expect to see an upgrade in that warning. If not, we will have blizzard conditions across the area. And that again develops Thursday morning, later in the morning, and then continues all the way potentially into early Saturday, certainly through the day on Friday. And that's where we're going to see, again, travel greatly reduced. The third part of this system, take a look at the wind chills. Here's a look at just kind of a wide view of wind chills for you. That's Thursday. We're looking at 20 to 30 below wind chills. And then as we work into Friday, some 30 to 40 below wind chills possible across that area. And you see it's an expansive area of cold. We're not alone. It's from the Rockies Plains back across the Great Lakes. There's Christmas Eve morning. Wind chills also down from about 20 to 30 below, and it does improve a little bit by Christmas Day, but we're talking teens below zero, so still some very, very cold air, one of the coldest Christmas days we've seen in a while across eastern Iowa. To break it down a little further for you, let's take a look at the dangerous wind chills when it comes to frostbite. There's Thursday into Friday. You'll notice that frostbite will occur, and this is in Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, Iowa City, and Waterloo, taking us all the way through about Saturday morning. Anywhere from about 15 to 30 minutes on exposed flesh. So certainly something we need to take seriously as this storm system pushes across eastern Iowa. Now, to sum it up very, very plainly, we are going to see this. Here's your travel impacts, our pre-Christmas snowstorm. Wednesday, snow begins later in the afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock. That's just kind of an average, let's say between 3 and 7 across most of eastern Iowa. Thursday, travel is not advised. Why? Because we have falling snow and we are going to see the winds move in and those blizzard conditions will start to develop. Thursday night, Friday through the day, and into Friday night, travel not advised because we're going to see the strong winds. Falling snow will be done, but again, it is going to blow around a lot, especially in outlying areas, and it's going to be very, very hard to move and very, very, very hard to travel. So once again, just to let you know, we do have those winter storm warnings in effect. Covers much of eastern Iowa, all of eastern Iowa, as well as much of western and southern areas of the state, and that does extend across Wisconsin and areas of Minnesota as well. Could that low pressure front still shift and give us more or less snow? Absolutely, but as we've said, Joe, it does not look like snow amounts mean anything with this storm because it's the winds, 2 inches, 10 inches, 8 inches of snow. It's going to blow around and cause, again, some severe travel issues. So if you can do it early, that's what we're advising you to do. Get done early if you do have to travel. And I know some people will, despite the fact that we'll say, hey, don't go out. If you do, make sure you have, again, a safety kit along with you, some jumper cables or jump pack for your car, emergency flares, bottled water, snacks, flashlight, blankets to keep warm, cell phone charger, first aid kit. That'll allow you to wait until someone can come out and get you. Have not seen any tow bans issued, but I bet those will be issued sometime after this starts once again. Kind of looking through, this will happen tomorrow. Jackie, the snow will begin tomorrow, again, late in the afternoon, early part of the evening, depending on where you are across all of eastern Iowa. And again, it looks like we have pretty high confidence of the wind, pretty high confidence in the cold, and there will be snow. The lowest confidence, quite honestly, is how much snow falls, but as we said, it's really not going to make much of a difference how much snow actually falls. Let's give you one more rundown of the timing. And again, from Pinpoint Futurecast, this is the latest. And Kai will have another update here coming up tomorrow morning, so you want to join him for the latest. He'll be on the TV9 Morning News and then join us here on our social platforms as well. We look at the afternoon. That snow develops from west to east, pushes into the area for the evening commute. Then as we work our way through Wednesday night, Thursday morning, snow is falling. And then you see on Thursday already, as we move through the overnight and morning hours, those stronger northwest winds start to push in. That's when we start to see the higher wind gusts, greater than 35 miles per hour, and those strong winds continue as that snow ends Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, and continue to blow that snow around as we work our way into Friday. Snowfall forecast, again, about 4 to 8 inches, but it's all about the blowing snow and the travel impacts that it will bring. Those strong winds with us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and don't forget we're also going to see those very, very cold wind chills down as low as about 40 below for periods of time, I think, on Friday. Yes, we are going to see a white Christmas across the area. Haven't seen that for a while. In fact, it's been 2017 since the Cedar Rapids Eastern Iowa Airport has seen 1 inch of snow on the ground on Christmas morning. That to once again allow that to be called a white Christmas. That's what we have right now. That's the latest we have from the TV9 Weather Lab. Again, be safe. Stay inside the best you can. If you still need to get out, certainly through tomorrow noon, you're going to be just fine. Into the early part of the afternoon, continue to watch, though, very carefully, and you'll see when that snow develops. And again, once that snow starts to fall, you know it's going to be slippery. Once those winds develop on Thursday, that's when you know those visibilities will be reduced. Again, join Kai tomorrow morning for the morning news, as well as right here on our social platforms tomorrow morning, and we'll continue to bring you updates, of course, also through all of our social streams, as well as on the KCRG TV9 First Alert Weather app.